What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toshiki and I am back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And in today's video, guys, I'm going to be breaking down all of the new units that are going to be coming up in a brand new SUGO-FEST that should be coming around about December 22nd on One Piece Treasure Cruise Global. So as you can see by the banner and the title, KIZARU SUGO-FEST is coming, and it does introduce a brand new 6-star character, being KIZARU himself as the brand new legend character. Now, it is a little bit strange that we are getting this batch, because before the KIZARU batch, there was supposed to be an Aokiji batch with some whole new characters, but they've kind of delayed that batch, and they've brought this batch forward. So, anyways, guys, let's get straight into the video. So the first unit of this batch is Sentomaru of the Axe, the Navy HQ officer. So Sentomaru is an int striker slasher character, and at max level, at level 99, he has 3,205 HP, so very, very high HP stat, 1,006 attack, which is actually quite low, and 362 recovery, which is pretty standard, and cost of 30 and 4 socket spots. All of the units in this batch, aside from the legend, will have a cost of 30 and also 4 socket spots. The legend itself does have 4 socket spots as well, but obviously it has a different cost. But Sentomaru Captain Effect will boost the attack of powerhouse characters by 2.5 times, but boost his own attack by 2.75 times, reduce damage received by 10%. Now, the reason why they boost his own attack by 2.75 is because, if you notice, he's not actually a powerhouse unit. So he boosts powerhouse characters, but he's not a powerhouse unit himself. So as a captain, he'll boost his own attack by 2.75, which isn't really that great, honestly. He's probably not the best captain. I don't see much use for him, because even with a friend Sentomaru, it only boosts his own attack. So it's not a 2.75 times 2.75 like lead for your Sentomarus. That does not work that way. So Sentomaru itself isn't really that great of a captain, but the special ability is pretty interesting. It deals 1,000 fixed damage to one enemy, reduce special cooldown of your top row by 2 turns. So that is actually a pretty decent special, maxes out at 8 turns for 100,000 fixed damage is quite a lot. So overall, it's a pretty okay unit. I wouldn't say it's a really great unit, but it definitely has some sort of niche uses in One Piece Treasure Cruise. Moving on to the second new unit is a brand new Smoker. So this is the time skip Smoker, where he is in Punk Hazard G5 Navy HQ Vice Admiral Smoker. He is a Dex Striker driven character, and at max level, at level 99, he has 2,738 HP, which is pretty okay actually. His attack is 1430, which is pretty high, and a recovery of 196, which is pretty standard. He has 30 cost and 4 sockets. Now his captain ability is really, really strange, and it's very lengthy. So first of all, what it does is it will boost the attack of striker and driven characters by 2.25 and reduce recovery of all characters by 50%. So it's actually not too bad. It's a 2.25 driven and striker lead. So, two different classes getting the 2.25 boost, which is pretty cool, but your recovery is halved. So that is one bad thing about it. But one strange thing about him is it goes on to say it will reduce damage by 30% and further boost attack of striker and driven characters by 1.3 times if he becomes the captain during an adventure. So this secondary boost of reducing damage and an extra boost of attack will only be added once he becomes the captain from a subunit in the middle of an adventure. So you might be asking, how the hell does he even become a subunit? Because become a captain? Because the only way that he becomes a captain is through swapping with the Shiki raid boss. However, his special actually does that. So it maxes at 12 turns. It will deal large dex damage to one enemy, and then swaps this unit with your captain for 2 turns. So his special ability is super, super good, switching him for your captain, and then he will give a 2.25 boost to striker and driven, but that 2.25 is then times by 1.3 times. So you're getting close to 3 times boost with this guy as your captain if he becomes captain in the middle of an adventure, and he reduces damage by 30% if he becomes the captain. So a really, really unique sort of ability, and it's actually pretty decent actually. It does have some uses, because you might want to use a captain like Baccarat, for example, who's really good because she'll give you that double drop. But when you need to get that damage output, you can go ahead and bring this guy in, and he will swap Baccarat for this guy as your captain, and you can start doing major damage to the enemy. So overall, he does have his sort of niche uses, but he's still not too bad, because he can be socketed, because he does have 4 socket spots, so he does have some uses in that regard. But overall, he's a pretty standard, okay-ish sort of unit. Moving on to the third unit is Toshiki, G5 Navy HQ Captain. So, time skip, Toshiki is a 5-star unit and is a quick slasher cerebral type character. And at max level, at level 99, she has 1990 health, which is pretty low. 937 attack, which is also pretty low, but extremely high recovery at 479. Now, she does have 30 cost and 4 socket spots like usual, and her captain ability will boost the attack of slashers and cerebral characters by 1.6 times and their recovery by 1.3 times. So what this means is that slashers will get a 1.6 boost to attack and 1.3 to recovery, and also cerebrals will get a 1.6 attack and 1.3 to recovery. So if you bring a whole team of slashers and cerebral characters, they get 1.6 times 1.6 for their attack and 1.3 times 1.3 for their recovery. So this actually does have some uses, although there aren't, like, off the top of my head, I can't think of that many slasher cerebrals. I mean, straight away is like Story Mode Crocodile and Momonga are the two that come to mind straight away, but definitely sometime in the future there will be some good teams where that could see some use, but overall it is not really the best captain ability overall. But her special ability is also really, really cool, introducing another new mechanic. So what it does is, it maxes at 15 turns, deals 15 times this character's attack and quick damage to all enemies. Then it will boost the color affinity of slashers and cerebrals by 1.5 times for 2 turns. So what is color affinity? Basically what that means is like, if you go into a dungeon with, like, a strength unit and you're going to hit a dex unit, you guys already know that if a strength unit hits a dex unit, it does, you know, double the damage. What this means, what color affinity means, is that if a character attacks another character, that will give you a boost. So a dex against a quick unit or a quick unit against a strength unit, that gets boosted by 1.5 times. So it means it's like overkill in a way. It's sort of like a really powerful overkill sort of special, but it's only for slashers and cerebrals. So with this special active, slashers and cerebrals that are attacking a positive type or a negative type will get their attack boosted once more by 1.5 times. So this is actually a really crazy special and can be abused quite well with some really powerful teams. Like, I know that 6-star Crocodile can utilize her really, really well for that full rainbow team, so you can hit multiple colors for just powerful amounts of damage. It's just super, super strong. And yeah, she's actually probably one of the better units of this batch, if not the best rare recruit unit aside from the legend himself, because she just has so many uses and can be put into lots of different teams, into quick teams, slasher teams, or cerebral teams. Mainly you want her in a slasher and a cerebral team just because of her special only working for slashers and cerebrals. But overall, a really, really solid unit and can be socketed out with, you know, the Smoker Fortnite being able to drop Toshiki. Moving on, we are now onto Maynard the Pursuer, Navy HQ Vice Admiral. So this guy here is a Psi Slasher powerhouse character, and at max level at level 99, he has 2,201 HP, 1,380 attack, and 303 recovery. So his stats are pretty okay, actually. 30 cost and 4 socket spots as well. His captain ability will boost the attack of Psi characters by 2 times. Then it will deal 5 times this character's attack to all enemies at the end of each turn. So it's kind of similar to like Strongward Frankie or the DeCalvin Brothers sort of a captain ability. However, he only boosts this attack of Psi characters by 2 times, which is quite low, honestly. It would have been better if that multiplier was slightly higher, maybe 2.25. That would be kind of usable, but only being 2 times attack is kind of on the low end, so I don't really see this guy being used as a captain that much. His special ability, though, will max at 13 turns. It deals several times this character's attack in side damage to one enemy. Now that damage is actually mitigated by how much HP you have. I believe it's the more HP you have, the more damage it will deal. And not only does it do that amount of damage, but it will also delay all enemies for 1 turn. So there aren't that many good slasher delayer characters. I think the only one that comes straight to my mind is Halloween Zorro. So this guy is another slasher delayer, which is also really, really good. And he's also a Psi slasher as well, because there aren't that many good Psi slashers really, aside from Strongward Shanks, of course, who is another legend. But it's actually really good. You're getting a really powerful Psi slasher with a really usable ability for slasher teams. You know, delaying is just such a good thing for slashers because they don't have a really strong delayer, and now they do with Maynard. So if you do pull Maynard, do not be discouraged because he is a very, very solid unit in Treasure Cruise. Moving on to the last unit before we go ahead and talk about the new legend, Shark Cutter Bastille, Navy HQ Vice Admiral. So this guy here is a strength slasher driven character, and at max level, at level 99, he has 2,606 HP, 1313 attack, and 259 recovery. So very decent stats actually, above average stats I would say, so they're pretty good. 30 cost and 4 socket spots as well. Now his captain ability will boost the attack of all characters by 2 times after the 15th hit on the chain, and then 3 times after the 30th hit. So if you guys know me personally, I'm a massive fan of the combo hitting units, and I think that they should probably get more support in the future, and this guy is just another one of those units that supports that sort of niche of a team, really, in One Piece Treasure Cruise. He's actually got a really good captain ability, you know, 2 times after the 15th hit, and then 3 times after the 30th hit. So, you know, you only have to hit that 30th hit to get that 3 times attack. So typically in a combo team, probably your last 1 to 2 units are going to get 3 times attack, which is okay, but every other unit before that's either going to get no times or, you know, 2 times attack. So it's still okay. I still think combo teams need a little bit more support in order for them to be a little bit more viable, but still not a bad captain ability. It does have its uses if you do have the right sub-units. Now moving on, his special ability, which starts at 22 turns and will max at 14. It deals 20 times his attack and strength damage to all enemies, and then boosts the attack of all characters by 2 times after the 30th hit in the chain for 1 turn. So this could actually see quite a bit of play once the combo teams get a little bit more traction. That's a really, really good special. 2 times attack after the 30th hit. So once again, either your last or your second last units are going to be hitting for 2 times attack with that special, plus the 3 times attack with the captain ability. That's crazy, crazy amounts of damage. I have seen videos of this guy doing massive amounts of damage and clearing raids and stuff like that. So he does have his uses, but once again, you know, combo units really need a little bit more of a buff in Treasure Cruise before they see much play. And now we move on to the Big Daddy himself, Borsalino KIZARU. So this guy here is a Psy slasher shooter character. At max level, at level 99, he has 2,590 HP, 1489 attack, and 500 recovery. So his attack and recovery stats are monumental. They are so big, and his health is actually pretty decent as well. 2590, pretty much 2600. Very, very strong. He has 55 cost and 4 socket spots, and his captain ability, so we're gonna have to break this down because there's multiple things with his captain ability. So it reduces the cooldowns of all specials by 1 turn at the start of the fight. It will boost the attack by 2 times and recovery by 1.3 times to everybody. Then, if Borsalino's special is activated in that turn, boost the attack of all characters by 3 times instead of the 2 times. So, the thing about this this captain ability is that a lot of people are going to say, okay, he's only a 2 times attack boost, why is he that good? The thing about this guy is, you have to activate the special to get the 3 times attack boost, and a lot of people don't realize this, but his special is multi-staged, and the first stage starts at 6 turns, right? But if you max out his skill, which only takes 3 skill ups, he maxes at 3 turns for stage number 1. Now, if you just look at his captain ability, all cooldowns are reduced by 1. Now, if you're bringing a double KIZARU, it's already reduced by 2 turns. Then, if you have sockets, it's potentially reduced by 4 turns. And if you bring the shooter ship, if you have a shooter team, it's by 5 turns. So, this is an absolute crazy captain ability. Just so many special cooldowns reduced super, super quickly upon entering the fight. Now, as I said, his stage 1 special will max at 3 turns, starting at 6. There are actually 3 stages, but we're mainly going to be focusing on this last stage, stage number 3, because it is absolutely crazy. So let's go ahead and break it down. So, stage 3 special starts at 20 turns and will max at 17 turns. And what it does is it changes all orbs on shooters and slasher characters into matching orbs. So, if you guys can just take a moment and think about this guy in a Strong World Ace team replacing Heracles, this guy's a beast. He's just super, super good. So it changes shooters and slasher characters' orbs into matching, recovers 10 times his recovery in HP, so 5,000 HP recovered, or with max recovery candies, it's going to be 6,000. So that is absolutely crazy. Then it will deal 10 hits of large, random, typeless damage to random enemies. So overall, this guy, when you max out his skill and max out his sockets, is an absolute beast, and he can clear so much content. It's not even a joke. And, like, just something else to realize is that he does boost recovery by 1.3. So with a double KIZARU, 1.3 times 1.3, and, you know, if you pick up a meat orb, you're going to be recovering so much HP as well. So this guy is just absolutely crazy. Really, really strong character. One of the best legends, I would say. I'd say he's definitely top 10 legends in the game of One Piece Treasure Cruise. Very, very good legend. And, you know, he can be put on so many teams. Mainly, you want to be putting him on the slashers and the shooter teams because that's what his special is, you know, revolved around. As I said before, replacing Heracles for the Strong One Ace team with this guy is absolutely phenomenal. Also, just for slasher teams, you know, with 6-star Legend Mihawk, this guy is a great sub-unit for that, or even just a regular slasher team, like a free-to-play slasher team, and if you pull this guy, he helps out so much because you're getting all those matching orbs, you're getting a nice recovery boost, and also dealing lots of damage to random enemies as well. So, overall, KIZARU is a very, very good legend, and you guys out there, you broskies out there, should be very, very happy if you do pull him in the upcoming SUGO-FEST. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video, and if you guys have enjoyed it, make sure to smack the like button down below, and if you want to stay up to date with all of the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.